Is it? Her mic is on.
Hello?
Right?
Oh,
It's on.
hey, y'all.
It's on. Say hello. So, Coco,
Yes.
girl, you've been busy.
Yes.
I mean, I have to say, congratulations on what? 3 BET Award nominations?
Yes.
3. An Image Award.
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Number 1 R&B Billboard hit.
Yeah.
And a hit TV show.
Yeah.
And you funny. And you fine. Oh my God, where's the end?
Oh, you ate it. Thank you.
How do you keep up with it all? It's what I need to know.
Wow. You know what? It's really, really hectic. Sometimes I get like home from the day and I'm like, oh my God, like that was insane. That was an insane amount of things that I just did in one day. But I do feel like I'm kind of made for this. Like, I feel like, hello. I feel like I kind of been doing this kind of balance thing ever since I was a little kid. Like when I was filming all the stuff on Disney Channel, I was doing school, I was singing and acting. I was also making music because at the time I wanted the same things that I'm having right now, you know? So I feel like I'm kind of prepared in a sense for all of the hustle, and plus it just feels so good to accomplish these things that it just keeps me motivated for the next thing, you know?
I love that. I love that. Now, ICU is certified gold.
Period.
We're just going to keep running the stats because there's a lot of them. But, and your first #1 on Urban Radio. So did you know that that would be the song that would take off?
You know, I had a feeling that the song was really special, and my team at the time, they were also really hype about the song. So I felt like, okay, this is definitely Eaton, but I don't know how this all works. So I just be scared to assume that things are gonna do something that I think. I really focus on what I can control, you know? Like, I put my heart onto that song, and that's what I can control. The rest of it, I just let it be what it's gonna be. Whatever God has it to be is what it's gonna be.
Yeah. So can we talk about the EP for a second? Who has the EP? Who's heard it? I know y'all been downloading.
All right now.
Get them streams
Had to
going.
look around.
Had to let them eyes on the people.
Okay, I'm like, who has it?
Raise your hand if you haven't.
I'm just kidding. Y'all ain't gotta raise your hand.
Raise your hands.
Interesting.
Y'all honest. That's crazy. But sonically, I want to talk about it for a second because ICU was obviously giving the old school R&B vibes. Yeah. And then Crazy for Me and Spend It are kind of like upbeat boom cat energy. And then I love the sample on Double Bag.
Thank you.
What was your sonic approach to the EP?
I mean, I really wanted to just make songs that felt different, you know? Like, I wanted songs that represent who I am, and there's multiple different sides to me. Like, I mean, at this point, anyone who like has kept up with me knows I have like several personalities. So I wanted a song that like gave all of those different things. Like I can have, you know, vulnerable moments like ICU, but I also really enjoy being in the club, throwing it in a rhombus. So I needed my music that reflected that as well. But yeah, sonically, I wanted to feel that urgency. I wanted the songs to like make me pay attention, you know? So that was really the goal, that urgency.
Got it. And can we get a little tease or a taste of what maybe we can expect from the album? Is there anything you can tell us about the debut album?
Well, I'm really excited because I feel like my EP was like freshman year. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous here. Hello, like, thank you. Thank you for having me. But now I feel like I'm kind of in my bag a little. So I'm like, let me get comfortable in this environment.
Yeah.
I think I deserve to be here, quite frankly.
You sure
so
do.
I just feel like the album is gonna be a lot more confidence. Like, and I was confident making the EP, but I just am like, man, when I see these crowds and how much they love my songs, it just makes me hype. Like, okay, I'm definitely doing something right. So I really need to lean into being 100% sure of my creative choices. So it'll be a lot more confident.
Love that. Confidence. Okay. And this industry is big on collaboration. Obviously, the internet has been I've seen people try to say who they want to see you collaborate with on the album and stuff, but you did give us a collaboration with Babyface, the Babyface.
Right.
Who's written everything but the Bible.
Oh. Okay.
What was it like to work with him on Simple?
It was really, really dope working with Babyface for a couple different reasons. One, because I've always wanted to really be considered one of the girls, like one of the girls
Yes.
who really like that. And I feel like my whole life it's been like, you're this character. Oh my God, I love you as this character, but never like your music. Like, so now I'm starting to see that people come to me about music first. And music was always first, and it'll always be first. It was the thing that I was doing the entire time, and acting was just like tangible job. So when I got to work with Babyface, the album is Girls Night Out, and it was all the R&B girls. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm really considered one of the girls. And that had always been a goal of mine. So that was a huge accomplishment just personally to be like, wow, people consider me when they consider the other R&B girls. And I also think watching him, like, at that point, you can really have an ego about yourself, and you could really be difficult, and you can really like not be personable, not be open to new ideas. Like, you've earned it, low key. So to see him be really humble and open to my thoughts, like, and my contribution was really, really eye-opening. Like, okay, just because you have years and decades of success doesn't mean you can't still be humble and chill and open. It was a really learning experience.
I love that. Yes, Babyface is a class act. He's been displaying that a lot this last week.
Yeah, he is. I live for him.
What else? Is there anybody else you want to create with, or maybe anybody else that we may be hearing from? Or do you have like a dream collaboration?
Of course, I have several dream collaborations. I really, really want to do something with Miss Jasmine Sullivan.
Talk
Okay.
dirty to me.
Please.
Please.
I think she is just so talented, and her voice just gives me the chills, and I just want to eat something up together. I love Brandy. I think we could do something sickening. Absolutely. Not supposed to saying absolutely at the same time, girl.
Absolutely.
And I want to do like a cool, like, I feel like there hasn't been like a love song, like duet that I really wanted to emulate. So I want to like figure out what that would be, and like what male singer could really eat that up with me. Like Lucky Day.
Lucky Day.
You can eat that.
Maybe a Luke James.
Oh, Luke James is fire.
Vocal.
Aaron Ray. I mean, there's so many of them. So I would want to do like a cool male-female type song as well.
That would be dope. That would be fire. So you mentioned earlier how you used to work at Disney, be on the Disney Channel.
Yes, working there. Employee.
Employee of the month, of the year.
Okay.
Love a Disney kid.
Okay.
Go on. But and you also, so you've been acting for a long time. As you said, music was the base of it. And I feel like a lot of times creatives often get put in a box. And I think especially like Black women, we're not really raised to think that we can do all the things. It's like maybe pick a thing and try your best to break through.
Yeah.
So did you always feel empowered to do acting and singing and all of the things, or was it a journey for you to get to balancing and navigating those passions?
I think for me, acting came along because of my impatience. I really didn't understand what wasn't clicking with the singing folks. So I was like, okay, what else can I do in the meantime while this journey we're figuring out, you know? And at the time I was like a fetus, so I'm like 9, and I'm like, Mom, like there needs to be more. There's got to be more. And she's like, you want to audition for this broccoli commercial? I was like, absolutely. So then I just figured out like, wow, this is another way of entertaining that I also really enjoy. But singing was always first, and I do feel like I'm kind of grateful in a way that it didn't catch on immediately, because then I wouldn't have discovered my love for acting. But I was always very competitive, very worker bee, and I'm like, girl, I just got to do more. So we got to figure it out.
Yes, period. And I love that you're also open about like the fact that it was a journey. I think a lot of times people can see you on TV with the hit show, getting these awards, and think it just happened, but it takes a lot of work. And a few short years ago, you were ready to close the curtain on your entertainment career altogether.
Yeah.
When you look at where you were then and where you are now, like what would you tell that Coco who was ready to give up? Because I feel like there's a lot of people in the audience too, like having a creative job right now is not easy. So what would you say to encourage people who are trying to hold on to their dreams?
I mean, I would say to encourage the next person what I was saying to myself. Like, there's gonna be hard either way. Like, you can continue in this journey of uncertainty out here in LA by yourself, very uncomfortable, until things click and you don't know when they will or how they will. And that is hard and scary. Or you can go home, You can go with your family where you're comfortable, but you'll be uncomfortable because you walked away from the table. You walked away from the possibility of things working out, and that'll be scary. So which version of scary are you willing to put up with? Because I don't feel like life, anything good in life, is ever comfortable. It's always uncomfortable to get to that point that changes your life. And that's why I feel like most people don't do it, because it's like, I just can't deal with this uncomfortability.
Right.
But for me, I would encourage the next person, like, if you really have a passion, sometimes it's not gonna make sense and you have to get a little delusional. I was just saying this the other day on a podcast, you gotta be Delulu till it's true. Like, I just had to be a little crazy.
Can you say it one more time? Delulu till it's true.
Like, I mean, I really had to be a little crazy, because from the outside looking in, it was like, girl, give it up. You were 15. But I just couldn't do that.
15, Coco? Give it up because you're 15?
You were 15 when you popped. Like, girl, the window's closed. Move on. You know? And I feel like I had to look past logic, because it did not make sense anymore. Not to me, not to my family. And I just had to explain to them, this is what it's going to give. And I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off. And if they fall off, I'll get in a new car. Okay? Delusional.
Delulu till it's true. Somebody put that on a t-shirt. I like that. So what would you say is the most rewarding aspect of staying in the career? Like, what was the moment where you were like, I'm so glad I picked this version of scary? Because I love that too.
Well, I would have to say the first moment, because I'm thinking like in time order, was definitely booking Bel Air. Because at the time, I hadn't had an acting job in many moons. I don't know, like a year? Woo! So I didn't even know that I was gonna like fully sign with Def Jam High Standards. I didn't know how music was gonna play out. And like I told you before, I would just be like, okay, acting is more safe, it's more structured, music is chaotic. So I need something stable. So when I booked Bel Air, that was right around the time where I was doing those TikToks, like Hit Different and all the covers. And I still didn't know what it was gonna lead to. I didn't know, but I had stumbled across a management company that did acting management, and they asked me to audition for Bel Air. So when I got it, that was the first like breath of release. Like, whew, okay, back. I guess one of the wheels has gotten tightened up. This car's still moving. This car is still in operation. Okay, I'm glad I didn't give up. Yeah.
I love Bel Air. I feel like I'm just gonna take the opportunity to say it now.
Thank
How many
you.
of y'all watching the new Bel Air? Okay. We got our dark-skinned Hillary of my dreams.
Here we
I'm
are.
so excited.
Okay.
And I also love like how close the cast seems.
Yes.
I saw some of them pull up to your show
Yeah.
in LA, and I saw my boy who plays Jazz
Uh-huh.
posted a very funny video where he asked the people, where's LaMarcus?
Oh my Lord.
He's not here.
He plays too much.
Supporting like I am in the audience front row. So I have to ask, because I loved that moment, but who would Coco pick? Because for those of you who have watched season 2 of Bel Air, we are in a love triangle between Jazz and the superstar NBA player LaMarcus. And we know who Hillary has gone with, but who would Coco Jones pick?
Ooh, personally, I feel like because of my experience in this life, all that glitters is just not gold. And I know per place for the NBA, per da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm just like, if I don't feel that connection, then what do all of those material things really do for me, you know? Because I'm also gonna get it myself. Like, it's not like you're gonna be the first taste of glory. Like, boy, do you know or do you not? So I just don't feel like I would go with somebody just for the optics and just for the material things, because I've already been over there. I tried it. And it was cute, but it didn't last. It didn't last, you know what I'm saying? It really means way more to me to have somebody that I can trust in this chaos, somebody that I can laugh with. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? I want to laugh and feel like this person really sees me, you know what I'm saying? And somebody like that, like, it would look great, but do they really see you for who you are? Are they really trying to get to know you? Or do they feel like you're lucky to be here? Because no, babe, you're lucky to be here. I need to feel treasured and cherished. So I'm gonna be with Jazz.
Okay, so you picking Jazz. I know that's right.
But Hillary is Hillary, y'all, so please let her learn. Because I'm tired of getting ate up in the street for choosing LaMarcus. I was just acting. I'm an employee at the end of the day, okay?
Coco said, I did not write the script.
Literally. Okay, please.
But you dropped some dating gems. I hope the girls heard you. Be the rich man.
Okay.
I love that.
Period. Or also, too, like, you can have all the things.
All the
I would choose all of the above.
All of it.
If it's about me, I want both of the things.
You
both.
want the blend.
Both of them.
The blend,
You can
yes.
still cash me out and care. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get the actual care. I'll take both.
I think what's also really great about your career is the child star to adult star pipeline is not easy. We've seen a lot of the girls, it comes with its own set of stuff. What was the hardest part about rebranding for you, if anything? Or did you find that it wasn't difficult for you?
Oh, no, it's hard to rebrand. I mean, think about your favorite food. Like, if they start telling you they're selling books in there, you'd be like, no, that's not what we signed up for at all, actually. We do not want it. So I feel like, yes, it was really hard to rebrand, and I'm only as good as my team, I even was talking to one of my team members about my Instagram just before I even had a team. I was just doing what I thought I knew, but, there's so many little things that I didn't think about because my job as a creative is not to fully get all the optics and think about what my demographic is how they're gonna like this. Like, I'm just supposed to be a creative and then have a team to help me put that in the right box, so that it makes sense. And so, yeah, it is extremely hard to rebrand, but I think you have to ask for help. I didn't know what I was doing, and it's hard too when you're used to doing things all by yourself. It's very like control freak vibes. But I feel like I have to let go of things and trust other people to help me be better, because I feel like at the end of the day, the better that I am, the better my team is. So I have to let go of things and trust them to help me rebrand. But yeah, it was hard, and it takes time and high quality things to help the rebrand. Like, if what you were doing before is better than what you're doing now, it's not gonna cut it. Like, it has to be a better quality, this new version of what you're offering. So it really goes back to my team. Like, I couldn't have done what I'm doing and had my EP out and all of this success without people telling me constructive criticism and the truth, the tough truths, right. And me being open to that and letting go, even though I was used to doing it by myself.
God, I love that. I think also being so multi-talented, like with the different types of things that you can do, also probably definitely aids in that ability. Because, I was watching you on the Angie Martinez podcast recently, and you busted out a rap. You can rap like Busta Rhymes' flow. And I promise I'm not gonna make you do it, and I'm not.
Thank you.
But is rapping a thing? Like, are we gonna expect you, are you gonna hit a hot 16 for us on the album?
LOL. It's not gonna be giving that because the rap girls are really the rap girls, and I would never want y'all to think I'm trying to be over there. That is hard. I don't want to do that. But I do feel like there's a way to creatively throw some bars in there. And I don't know, for me it would probably look more like sing rappy than it would me really spitting on a track. But I think it's so funny because, yeah, I used to rap. I guess that was like part of my cute little thing. I was like a cute little rapper girl and singing and all the things. But no, that's not really what I want to do. I'll figure out a way to maybe throw it in there a little bit, though. It's something light, something real light.
All right, you heard it here first. Maybe.
Heard what?
That you might throw in something light.
Something light? This is not breaking news. A dollop of Daisy at best. Girl, I'm not about to read an article talking about I'm rapping on my debut album. No, it's not what I said.
He's not going to be rapping. We just might get a little sing rap.
A little sing rap.
Like a little SZA enjoy, like a little,
yes,
like
just a
in the
sprinkle.
middle.
Yes.
What was your rap name, though? Because I know you had one. You had one, didn't you?
Yes, it was CO squared, period. I feel like my mom ate that. She was very creative for that. She was very creative.
Your mom came up with that? I love that.
She definitely did. She was like, this is a business girl. The rap name is CO squared. And I was like, and that's just on period. We finna eat them up, Mom. Here we go. Rapping about basketball and sleepovers. But it carried. It chewed.
I mean, that's the song I needed in my when I was growing up.
Okay, it was a middle school anthem. They didn't have the right push.
They didn't have the right push. Mm-hmm. I love how much your mom comes up when you talk about your career. How important do you feel like having that support was for you to get you where you are now?
Oh my gosh, I mean, super, super important to have people who believe in your vision. And I'm blessed that it was my mom, but Sometimes it's not like that.
Right.
Sometimes you really find people that become your family because they support you and what you're doing. But it's really, really tough. And you need somebody to vent to. You need somebody that will lift you up when you're down and who understands how you really feel, even if you say you're fine. And I really do encourage you guys to find that, like, if it's not in the circle you have now, then you got to be willing to, like, back up from people if they're not going to lift you up. Because it's hard enough to break through doors as a black woman when they're not checking for you half the time. You have to force them to see you. And so if I didn't have somebody supporting me, I don't think I would have been able to do that. I think it's really, really important to find people that are going to lift you up and not just take from you, ask from you, like give to you.
Yeah, give to you. Pour back into your cup. Yeah, and I think one of the big parts of CultureCon is the ability to help creatives find a like-minded community. I believe that's one of the pillars here. And I love watching how you've done that even in your career. Like you and Terrell. I love you and Terrell. Like y'all's friendship is so cute to watch. How important has been finding a tribe for you outside of that family, like in that process? Like, has it been easy for you since you've been in the industry for a while, or like with finding this tribe?
I think it's easy-ish, but still, you know, trust has to be developed and earned. I'm very much scarred from the industry, so I'd be like, "What are you doing here? Like, what's your end goal?" You know, it really takes time for me to like fully let go and trust people. But I think it was kind of good and bad because, yes, my career wasn't popping, and I was like, "What's happening in my life?" But I also got to like be kind of normal. Like, I met a group of girls, and they became like my close friends, like the USC girls. So I would go to USC all the time, and I would turn up there. If you was in college a couple years ago, you might see me there taking a Jello shot. Yes, I was there.
We got any USC grads?
Okay.
Here? I don't know.
Any
Oh,
USC
okay.
grads
We
in
got a
here?
couple.
Oh, purr,
We got a couple.
Purr.
Okay.
But yeah, so I feel like I kind of appreciate the times where it wasn't popping for me because I did get to experience normalcy and people who liked me for me. I mean, I was not the hot commodity. So if you were trying to be my friend to get put on, there was nothing to put on. I would have put myself on. So you really had to be there for me because there was nothing else going on. But yeah, I think it was like good and kind of bad because, like, you know, I had that empty space, but I grew a lot and cultivated great friendships in that low point. You really know who's for you?
At the bottom, absolutely.
.com. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
If you can't have me, if you can't enjoy me at my bottom, if you can't have me in my bonnet, you can't enjoy me in my 32-inch bust down.
I was like, what style are we going for here?
I was like, I don't know. And my goddess braids.
Okay, period. But no, that is the truth. That really is the truth. I mean, even in relationships too, like if you're gonna come around, especially now, it's like, it's so much harder to really think positively about your intentions. Like, I wish you could have been there when the wheels were almost off, you know? You could have helped me put them back on.
And now you can't ride in the Benz. So
right.
sorry.
I'm like, all right, not too much. Don't get comfortable.
Well, thank you so much for this conversation, Coco. I know we're going to get to see you perform at the BT Awards.
Oh, yes.
At the BT Awards.
I'm like.
At the BT Awards. So sorry.
I'm like, please.
So sorry.
With all the jump scares. I'm like, is there a track ready? They didn't say.
Just kidding. Actually, no. But is there anywhere else we should be looking out for you this year, this summer? Anything else we going to be doing?
Yes, you guys can definitely check me out this fall. I'm going to be on tour. I'm trying to go city to city and eat it up.
Eat it up.
So I need y'all to show up so we can turn up.
All right. Well,
Period.
thank you so much, Coco. It's been a great
Thank you.
convo.
Thank y'all
you guys
so
for
much.
listening.